Good day, good day, good day, everybody. Good day, mommy. It's good to see you. Hey, is that the birthday man that just popped on? Yes, good day and birthday blessings, Ron. Happy birthday to you. I hope you have a wonderful day today. And just shout out to anyone that's celebrating their birthdays today. March is a big birthday month for me because my mama's birthday is in March. Yes, it is. My mother and her twin sister, and a bunch of other family members' birthdays are in March, including my both my maternal and paternal grandmothers who have transitioned, but their birthdays were in March, also March 1st and March 9th. So I always do a little recognition to my ancestors on those birthdays. So good day, Vanessa. Good day, Tim. Good day, Stacy. Ron, you're getting some birthday shout outs there. It's all good. It's all wonderful. I am Red Melissa. I am so happy to be with you all today. This morning has been one of those weird mornings. I kept dropping things, including my ring light, including my ring light. So, so I'm getting myself back together. I'm kind of like shaking it off. I'm kind of shaking it off. So, and it's hot. Let me just turn on the fan for a minute. Okay. Okay. All right. You see that? Okay. It might be one of those sips, y'all. It might just be one of those sips today. So, oh, what's that? Oh, we got music in the background. Hey! Look at my producer doing some things. All right, all right. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, y'all. Okay. Welcome to SIP. I am Red Melissa, and SIP is Spirit and Practice, where we practice, because the perfection is in the practice. Right, Pastor Al? That's where it is. And so, as Mark Nepo says, life itself is an endless practice. And so we get to be on this journey of practice. So this week has been an interesting week for SIP because I'm not doing a series, I've been doing one-offs. And so Tuesday, we did a one-off about bravery and courage. And thank you to Bonnie for raising that question. And then yesterday, we did a one-off about memories, right? And I want to thank Julian for raising the question around memories. So the memory thing has kind of stayed with me. It's still resonating with me. It hasn't been downloaded as a full series yet, but there's some things that I want to share about it and a story that I want to read to you. So when I keep thinking about memories and the fact that, I've said that, we remember things that have not happened and we remember things that have happened, right? And our memories where are our memories? Where do they live? They live in our subconscious mind, right? Our subconscious mind is the seat of our memories, the seat of our habits. It is our creative medium. We need our subconscious mind to co-create our experiences with the universal mind, right? So I don't want anyone to think that our subconscious mind, our memories are our enemies that we have to like fight against, right? Like we're not fighting against it. We're reprogramming it, right? With compassion, right? We're just shifting, right? And through that shifting, we can start to create other memories that are more in service to where we are today, right? Because some of us are still living in the memory, right? We're still living in the memory, and that is what is driving us, right? That's where we're making our decisions and choices from, these memories, right? Instead of where we are right here and right now. So that's been lingering for me. And I was reading this book, and I can't remember the name of it now, but it was a book that actually Sekou had recommended. And I had made a note in my note thing in my phone that this is what she wrote. Our attachments in our earliest years sets the groundwork for our subconscious beliefs, right? Our attachments in our earliest years sets the groundwork for our subconscious beliefs, right? And so some of us are still living in the attachment of those beliefs that were formulated in our childhood. And I did for many years, right? I was attached to this belief, a limiting belief that I was unworthy, based on memories that I had of my father, some of which didn't even happen, right? Nonetheless, that's where I was living my life from. That's where I was making my decisions from. That's where I was co-creating my life from. My ring light all the lights just came back on. Okay. Right? So where are you co-creating your life from? The answer for everybody is from our subconscious mind, right? That's the answer for everybody. Everybody. So it's important that we have a very healthy relationship with our subconscious mind. It's important that we have a healthy relationship with our subconscious mind, right? Because we can use our conscious mind, right, to impress upon our subconscious mind what it is today, what it is that we want today, right? So that's ruminating for me in a big way. And so it's going somewhere. I'm not clear yet where it's going, but it's there. It's there, like just fluttering around in my mind. So I wanted to share something that I read a couple of weeks ago that reminds me of this situations that we're talking about regarding our memories. So it's from last month's Science of Mind magazine, and it's day February 7th. And it's titled, I Remember Forgetting. I Remember Forgetting. That's the title. And there's a quote, without forgetting, it is quite impossible to live at all. Without forgetting, it is quite impossible to live at all. So this is the story. Picture a young lad going to school, already deeply spiritually aware, but socially awkward. He walked through the schoolyard to the beat of a different drummer. In elementary school, one of the bigger kids always made fun of him. In junior high, the same kid continued to harass him. By high school, he found a bit more appreciation for his intuitive sensitivities, though it made the bullying situation even more unpleasant. A couple of decades later, the tormentor started finding his path to spirituality. He felt it was time to get with the spiritual program and find a spiritual campus to help deepen his process. He ventured into a spiritual school to get involved in some of the self-help programs. To his surprise, he found the spiritual leader of the community he liked was none other than the kid he had harassed for all those years in school. To his amazement, he was greeted with open arms and a big hug by the master teacher. One day he thought he'll bring up the subject of how cruel he had been to the spiritual leader in their childhood days. But the teacher seemed not to recollect the behavior. Attempting to clarify, the former tormentor asked, "Don't you remember?" To which the sage replied, "I clearly remember forgetting it." To which they both broke out into laughter. I clearly remember forgetting it. Ah, that's healing. That's healing, right? He was no longer living in the memory of being bullied and tormented as a child, right? He wasn't living in that memory. But so many of us are still living in those memories, right? We're still tormenting ourselves, right? So there's an invitation, right? There's an invitation to remember forgetting it. Yes, Pamela, isn't that profound? Remember forgetting it. I love that. So I'm sure the spiritual leader did some healing work around that, did some forgiveness work possibly, or he might have just said, it's done. It's done. And went on about his life, right? So all of us might be in the spectrum there of how these things get resolved, how these memories resolve themselves within us so that they are no longer running our lives, so that we are no longer creating more stories around them that are not based in the truth of who we are. And I cannot stress that enough. The truth of who we are, our authentic whole self, is seeking to express itself. And it's difficult. It's difficult to do so when it has to go through all of these memories of things from the past, right? Our authentic self is right here, right now, in this present moment. Our authentic self does not live in the past, and it doesn't live in the future. It lives right here. Our authentic self is remembering right now how wonderful you are, how wonderful and well you are right now. Right now, all is well. Right in this moment, all is well. Now, does that mean that I'm not aware of what's happening in the world? No, it does not mean that. But guess what? What the world needs more of are people who know that all is well right now. That's what the world needs more of. What the world needs now are more people who are not caught up in stories that are not based on anything other than separating you more and more from the truth of who you are and separating you from expressing the gift that you are here to share in the world. This I know to be true. So this is the invitation to clearly remember forgetting it so that we can remember who and whose we are. Because what the world needs are people who are clear about that, who are clear about their authentic power that is love, not separation, not hate, not war. Love. So the choice is up to each one of us. The choice is up to each one of us to choose how we're going to show up in the world. And I was having a conversation with somebody. They wanted to talk about Ukraine. And I was quiet. Because what I know for myself, and I'm just speaking for myself, is that peace starts within me. Peace starts right here. If I cannot be peace in my home, then how do I expect peace to be reflected out in the world? If I can't be peace with my neighbor, how can I expect peace to be reflected out there in the world? So it starts with each one of us. It starts with each one of us. So we, you know, I could go, y'all. I really could. But that's all I'm going to say. We have a choice what we want to focus on. I'm choosing to focus on peace. I'm choosing to focus on peace within me, expressing out into the world, because that I can do, that I want to do, that I desire to do, that I feel is mine to do. And each one of us can decide for ourselves what it is, right? Right. And so it is. Yes, Bonnie. And so it is. All right, y'all. So that's the one off today, right? Clearly remember forgetting. Clearly remember forgetting. Clearly remember forgetting. And love yourself through it. Love yourself through it. And like I always say, if you need support, because some things we need help with, we need support with, we need assistance and guidance, I am here. I am here. So please reach out. You can reach out by sending me a DM, and we can set up some time to talk and start the process of remembering to forget it. Okay. So let's get into some joy news, y'all. Let's get into some joy news. All right, all right, all right. So last night we had a wonderful visioning with our power of visioning. So I do that every first Wednesday of the month. And just know that every Wednesday there is a power of something that you can plug into to just support yourself throughout the week. That Wednesday's that midweek hump, you know? So next Wednesday is the power of prayer. So if there's something up for you and you would like to release it into prayer, you can join us at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Go to Rockland CSL and just click on the Hour of Power, and you will be in the Zoom room. That's every Wednesday, 7 p.m. This Sunday, we are kicking off our celebration of Women's History Month, and I'm really excited with our first guest. She is dynamic. Her name is Angela Corley. And I'm stressing that because I said her name wrong when we recorded it yesterday. So we will be airing it on this Sunday. She is a food scientist, brand new term for me. And she is amazing. So you want to check out what she is up to, what she is doing, how she is showing up in the world to make it a better place. This Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Living life in joy. Yes, there she is, Angela Corley. Yes. And she started a new organization called George Washington Carver Food Research Institute. So hear all about her story, hear about her multi-million-dollar deal. How about that for a teaser? So after Living Life in Joy, we continue our celebration at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. New month means a new theme at Rockland. And so our theme for the month of March is God is my source. God is my source. And the topic on Sunday is tithe. In God we trust. Tithe, in God we trust. And I want to just anchor this in the new class that is coming up. So I'll be teaching a new class that I'm creating. It's called Practicing the Presence of Abundance. Practicing the Presence of Abundance. And it's based on the work of Edwin Gaines in this book, The 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity. You can register now. You can go to rocklandcsl.org and register there. The investment is $125. Some of you have already registered, which is wonderful. That's right. Don't delay. Don't delay. Do it now. So we start on March 15th. It's for 5 weeks, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. March 15th to April 12th, right? And in addition to practicing abundance, practicing the presence of abundance, and knowing from experimenting, we're going to do experiments, y'all, that God is our source. We're also going to do a 21-day fast. That might extend, but we're going to start at 21. Fast from complaining, gossiping, sugar, and low vibration activities. And we're going to add, right? We're going to also do a 21-day add on of something that we desire. Okay. So we're fasting and we're adding. Okay. All right. So that is March 15th. Next week, Tuesday, y'all. Woo! I will be at the Apollo Theater representing joy at the Healing, Joy, and Liberation Mental Health and the Arts event. And I am so excited because I am the grand finale, y'all. I am closing the event. And I am excited about that. I am also on the panel talking about joy. So it's sold out. There are no more tickets for in person, but it is being live streamed. And the link is on my Facebook page. And you can also find the information on my website. So revmelissa.com. You just click on and you'll see where the live stream is. Okay. All right. What else? Save the date for May 22nd. I'm the keynote speaker at a women's empowerment brunch called Control Alt Delete. And it's taking place at the Pocono Summit, Pennsylvania. It is in person. It's from 11:30 to 4:30. And you can also find the information there on my website, revmelissa.com. All right. Anything else? Oh, so in addition, it's like a three-fer, right? So at Rockland, our focus is God is my source. We have the book and the class, Practicing the Presence of Abundance. And the third thing is we kicked off our unexpected income program at Rockland yesterday also. So you don't have to be a member of Rockland CSL to participate. All that it is you are opening yourself to receive unexpected income. There's a prayer that you say every day. The practitioners at Rockland pray for your abundance, and you just are open to receive unexpected income. So I started mine in January, and I have received unexpected income, right? So we do this from Ash Wednesday to Easter. So you can go on Rockland CSL's website and find information there for Unexpected Income 2022. And the other piece is, when you receive, you give. When you give, you receive. And so the givingness of this is you tithe 10% to the place that you are spiritually fed, right? So in this case, if it's Rockland, then you would tithe to Rockland CSL. Okay. All right. So let me check in with Sekou, see how he's doing.
There were so many things to comment on today. Mm-hmm. So choosing one, I was thinking about that story you told where the guy said he remembered to forget it, or is that what it was?
Yeah.
Remember to forget it? Yeah. And I was also thinking about your story about your sister and how he could have framed it in an entirely different way. Like it might not have meant at all what it meant to the bully. Like the way he experienced it might have been something else entirely, because we attach feelings to things as they happen, there's no telling, right?
Right.
So when you told that story, I was thinking, yeah, he could have even said that, I remember to forget it, in order to give closure to the bully. But it might have made him the person that he was. It might have made him the person that could be the leader of that group. So I don't know, that resonated for me.
Yeah.
And it's just a reminder that, as you say, we can choose. And also, I've been studying neuro-linguistic programming. We can also choose to remix something that we've been thinking about negatively for umpteen years. We can choose to remix it in the moment and never think about it the same way again.
Absolutely.
Like, it's possible. It's
Absolutely
possible. You can do that. So you don't have to carry the same load that you've been carrying your entire life. You can remix it. And I was thinking about some of the comments that were in the chat. Whatever that is that you've been carrying all this time, you can totally remix it and never carry it again.
Yes. It is a conscious choice. And please, no one take this the wrong way, but some of us are addicted to our memories. We're addicted to, like, whatever that is, that feeling, we're addicted to that. Right? And so there's an opportunity. There's just an opportunity to choose something else for yourself.
I got to get back in on that. I got to get back in on that.
Yes.
It's so true. And also, I'm newer on the path than you are. You've been on this path for a long time. So let me just take the half step of what you just said.
Okay.
We don't recognize that we're addicted. We don't recognize that the body is constantly secreting neurotransmitters based on what's happening. And yes, if you keep having a negative response to something, that creates this neurotransmitter in your body. Your body gets used to that neurotransmitter and craves it. And so then it creates the circumstances to repeat it. But all of this happens without our knowledge. It happens on repeat. Like, if you don't take control of the keyboard of your mind and your body, it will continue to program without your knowledge. So it's all true, but you've got to, like, become aware of it. And I just became aware of this recently by going down the rabbit hole of neuroscience. But it's fascinating and terrifying that you gotta exert some control. You know what I'm saying? Because I know when you said that, most of the people that watch are like, I'm not addicted. Yeah, you are. We all are. Sorry. Go down that rabbit hole and find out. Make some adjustments. Tweak the knobs and the levers. Just saying.
Yes. It's all possible. It's all possible to change your life. It's all possible. It's all doable. It is. And I know for some, it might be hard to believe that, just given all that you have experienced. Right. Yes. I'm reading Bonnie. We get hardwired and get comfortable with our sometimes. Yes, we do. Right? Because the job of our subconscious mind, then we're going to end, is to keep us safe. And so it's safe with what is comfortable, with what it has known. And anything that's not like that, it's like, danger. Fight, freeze, or flee, right? That's what it does. But we have it within us also. It's all there. Everything we need is right there within us to start to shift it, to heal it, right? To change that default programming that most of us are unconscious about, right? And the first step, as Sekou just said, is awareness. I think about, now I'm going to shut up. I think about complaining, right? And how hard it was to, like, not complain, right? It's hard not to complain, right? We're addicted to complaining, right? It's a pandemic. So I'm shifting it a little bit for myself. And instead of saying, okay, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I am becoming aware of when I complain. I'm pausing and I'm making a choice to disengage from complaining. Because most of the time that I'm complaining, I don't even know how I got there. I just wind up there in complaint world, complaint land, complaint street, right? Oh, how did I get here? But I don't have to stay there. I don't have to build a house and move in, right? So I become aware. Oh, girl, there you go, complaining. Okay, let's take a breath, a sacred pause, and disengage, right? Choose something that is of a higher vibration, right? Because we see how complaining outpicture itself in the world. We see that, right? All right, y'all. All right. So we will wrap up this week, this one-off week tomorrow. And I just want you all to know that I love you. Thank you for being with me live. Thank you for watching the replay. Those of you who are watching the replay, remember that, that you are here by divine design, and your presence matters. Your presence matters. So peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.